Muzét seems to have fallen completely under Gaius's control.
I'd say it's more that Muzét has finally found someone she can rely on. She had been yearning for someone to guide her.
That girl has some big-time dependency issues.
She's like my own dark shadow. I wish we could have met under different circumstances.
Whatever the nature of their relationship, Musét's ability to manipulate dimensional space is now in Gaius's hands. That is no trivial matter.
Agreed. Even the great spirits are no match for a blade that can sever dimensional barriers.
That doesn't sound promising. Should we turn tail and run away?
Yes, let's do that. Do you really think I would say such a thing?
Of course not.
You know me well.
Oh, yeah! Snag something good!
Is it really okay to steal like that?
Of course it is! We won that battle fair and square!
Yikes. So might makes right, huh?
Does that mean if we lose, the enemy might take something of ours?
Yep. If we were to lose, the enemies could have Tipo. What? You can't take Tipo without my permission! Well, let them have your hairband! Hey, that's off limits! I had to save up my allowance for weeks to buy this. It's my #1 favorite. But I'm everyone's #1 favorite! Fine, fine. If we lose, we'll just have to sacrifice Alvin's coat.
The hell you will. I love this thing.
Welcome home, Lord Maxwell.
Where is everyone?
They were besieged by a spirit.
Muzét attacked this village after you died.
She did what?
I'm so sorry. I couldn't do anything.
Nor could I. In that regard, I am no better. Tell me the extent of the damage.
Of course.
So she killed the elders. I feared that she might.
You did?
They were the ones who had heard stories of the schism.
Muzét said her duty was to kill everyone who knew about it.
But the elders only passed down stories. They had no idea that they were true. There was no reason to kill them over it.
I think Muzét has lost sight of what she needs to do.
We have to stop her.
That is my duty.
There was a family of cows beneath the tree at the top of the hill, with 1 bull and 2 sows.
That's Musé's voice! I thought Muzét was with Gaius! We should check inside.
No, wait. There's a human in there with her. We need to be careful.
When Billy found them, he said, "Hey, which one's the wife and which one's the mistress?"
What kind of story is this?
What are you doing?
Let's go. Where's Muzét? I know she was here.
I don't know. Are you friends of hers? Did Muzét leave already?
Are you okay? You seem a little bit off, Granny.
Muzét must have gone out the window.
Are you better now?
Yes, sweetheart. Thank you.
Your eyes.
I appreciate your concern, dear.
Can you see us?
I can sense you. I may be blind to light, but I've learned how to see other things.
I need to ask you something. I know Muzét was here. What was she doing?
Before I answer, could you explain to me why you're so interested in her?
Well,
Mila is Musé's sister.
Elise.
Shh! Let's just make this easy for everyone, okay?
Musé's sister?
Yes.
Very well, since it sounds like you don't mean Muzét any harm. I first met her 5 years ago when my daughter and I were involved in a terrible accident. Muzét happened to be there, and she saved my life. Unfortunately, my daughter was not so lucky.
She saved your life?
She told me she only did it on a whim. But even though I had survived, I had lost my will to live. My beloved daughter, who had read to me every day, was gone. But one day, I asked Muzét if she would read to me instead.
And she said yes?
She did, but I could tell that she hated it at first. Just another of her whims, I suppose.
No way!
I can't believe it.
She is a very kind girl, you know. And a little bit timid, but I suppose that's true of most girls her age. I'm sure you have your reasons for chasing her. I certainly won't try to stop you. But if I may, I'd ask that you please try not to hurt her.
Mila?
I understand how you feel.
Good. That's wonderful.
Why are you smiling?
I'm just relieved to hear that.
Please, calm down. We need to deal with this rationally.
Mom, what's going on?
Jude, there's been a cave-in at the mine.
What? But I thought the mine was closed. Not anymore. We thought we'd found a new vein, and we were just beginning to explore it.
Was there anyone trapped inside?
Well, one of our miners is trapped, and
your father.
Dr. Mathis? Jude, what should we do?
we'll save them, of course. We're rounding up people to head to the mine right now.
Wait, if you rush in there without knowing what caused the first cave-in, you could get caught in one too.
We know it's dangerous, but we owe Dr. Mathis our lives.
Which is why he wouldn't want you to waste them on a suicide mission. First, we'll go check out what happened. Don't worry, I've been through that entire mine.
Jude is right. Let us handle this.
Okay, be careful in there.
Dad!
Jude, is that you?
You've hurt your eyes.
It's nothing. I just got some rock dust in them during the cave-in. Never mind me. He needs help.
He's unconscious. It looks like he hit his head on a rock.
Don't move him. There's internal bleeding in his brain.
Fortunately, the cave-in wasn't too big. Gnome says it won't collapse further.
Got it. Leia, head back to the clinic and get ready to receive the patient.
What about you?
I'm going to treat him using healer. It's dangerous to move him like this.
You're going to try and stop cranial bleeding with healer? If you make a mistake, you'll kill him instantly.
I know, but I have to do it.
If only I could see properly.
It's okay. This is my decision to make.
Jude.
We'll leave him in Jude's hands. Leia, get to town as soon as you can.
On my way.
All right, here we go.
The miner's condition has stabilized.
And it looks like I can see again.
I was really on pins and needles there.
The miner said to thank you for saving him. You did well, Jude.
Oh no, I didn't do anything special.
You all have things you need to do. You shouldn't be wasting any more time here.
Jeez, Doc. Don't get all sentimental or anything.
I'm afraid we'll be taking Jude with us again.
You don't need to ask my permission. He can make his own decisions now. Jude, your judgment was absolutely correct.
Dad. Take care.
He's changed, hasn't he?
He just learned to do what he should have already been doing.
You said the same thing when he first learned how to walk and talk. And you looked just as proud then as you do now.
Of course. Who wouldn't be proud to see their child grow?
How is she, Doc? My sister will be able to walk again someday, right? Right?
Calm down, Soren. To cut to the point, yes. If Marna has surgery, she'll be able to walk again.
Really?
All right.
The problem is the post-surgical recovery. She will require extensive physical therapy.
Will it hurt?
Enough to make even a grown-up cry.
That's not what I heard. They said you could use some sort of machine to make her walk again.
I don't know where you heard that. No such machine exists.
Don't worry. I know you can get through it. I was hurt badly when I was a kid, too. But thanks to Dr. Mathis's physical therapy, I'm as good as new. Really? Yep. And don't I look great now, if I do say so myself?
If anything, she's got too much energy.
Leia told me how hard her physical therapy was.
Yeah, that's why she's so happy to help someone else through it.
Do you know how Leia got hurt?
Not really.
She told me it was a Aspyrixis explosion.
The physical therapy really was extraordinarily hard. But Leia never gave up.
You know, she told me it was you that... Never mind. That was just... girl talk.
Dr. Mathis may seem like kind of a jerk, but he's a great doctor. Believe in him and work hard.
Jude, if you're back in town, why not rest here a bit? Your mother will be thrilled.
I see. So that's what those kids from this afternoon came here for. So, what are you going to do?
Nothing. I disposed of them in the old Vikal mine. I won't ever let that tragedy happen again.
It's not your fault, Doc. After all, you saved her life.
At the old Vikal mine, huh?
You need help with anything?
It's nothing.
Is something wrong?
We haven't seen Soren all day.
He's not one to leave his sister's side. Maybe we should look for him.
Wait a minute.
Do you know where he is?
Last night he said something about the old Vikal mine.
What? That place is infested with monsters!
Are you sure that's where he went?
No, I'm not. But we can't ignore the possibility that he did. There he is.
These must be the machines Dr. Mathis was hiding. Marna will be walking in no time with this.
Wait, those are Aspyrixis.
Soren, get away from those!
Huh? But I need these.
I said get away! It's dangerous!
No way.
I'm impressed you could anticipate that.
I just remembered my old accident. That was how I got hurt when I was a kid. I was playing with the Aspyrixis in the docks room when it blew up, like that one did just now.
That was how you got injured? Why did Dad have something so dangerous? Oh no. No way.
It's not my place to tell you. You'll have to ask Derek yourself.
You're the one who hid those Aspyrixis in the old Vikal mine, aren't you? Why did you have them in the first place?
Because I'm not from here. I came to Riza Maxia from Olympias 20 years ago.
Derek was a passenger on the Zenithra, just like I was.
After wandering throughout this world, I decided to settle down here after I met your mother.
Then that would make me...
half Riza Maxian and half Olympian.
You must be pretty shocked, huh?
Actually, not really.
Didn't see that reaction coming.
Is a medical Aspyrixis just Aspyrixis then?
They're similar, yet very different. Aspyrixis are modified to channel the mana produced by one's mana lobe. They don't kill spirits, but as you know, there's a separate price to pay.
Having to endure the physical pain.
I only learned that Aspyrixis kill spirits after I came to Riza Maxia. Once I knew the truth, I could no longer use Aspyrixis in good conscience.
But Dad, we found another option. If you create a Spyrite, you don't have to worry about Aspyrixis killing spirits anymore.
A Spyrite? I see. If Spyrites become commonplace, the downside of Aspyrixis goes away. But for that to happen, Riza Maxia and Olympius will need to find common ground and work together. That will take a great deal of time and effort. Neither the pain of physical therapy nor the effort required for mutual understanding are easy to endure. There is always a cost required of any major undertaking. That much is true, no matter which world you're from.
Yeah.
I want to try physical therapy. I don't want Soren running off and getting himself hurt because of me.
That's great! Soren, make sure to support her, okay?
I know. Don't worry. I've got this.
Leia, I'm so sorry. If I had only stored the Spyrex properly, you would never have been hurt.
It's fine, really. If I hadn't gotten hurt, I would have never gotten to know Jude.
Certainly not well enough to fill 100 pages of notes about him.
Mila!
What are you talking about?
Nothing!
Never mind. That was just girl talk.
This looks delicious.
Leia's dad makes the best mabo curry anywhere.
You always did love Dad's mabo curry, huh?
That doesn't mean I could eat it every day, though.
What do you mean?
Leia would always bring mabo curry over after a fight.
Ah, so it was an excuse to make up.
Yeah. My parents were always busy and didn't have much time to cook, so it really helped us out. And because Leia and I used to fight all the time...
You ended up having mabo curry every day. Didn't you think to bring over anything else?
Sure, but mabo curry is special because it's 2 kinds of food in one. Just like 2 good friends getting along.
So it was an edible symbol of friendship.
And it kind of worked. From then on, I did my best not to let Leia get me angry. That way I wouldn't have to eat mabo curry every night.
Hey, that makes it sound like it was always my fault we fought.
It wasn't always your fault. I'd say around 80%.
No. You two settle down.
Enjoy some mabo curry together. I imagine you must know lots of embarrassing stories about Alvin.
I do. In fact, embarrassing stories might be the only Alvin stories I know.
This I gotta hear.
Shall I tell you one?
One more word and you're dead to me forever.
Well now, this is a conundrum. I know. How about a bet?
Truly an Olympian's answer to everything.
Now, Alfred, you know better than that. Gambling is a long and proud Olympian tradition. It has some bad points, but it has good ones too.
Would we be betting money?
Certainly not. We can choose to bet anything we like. For example, we could bet on whether or not you can find a light leaf clover. If you can, you win, and I'll air out some of Alfred's dirty laundry.
What's a light leaf clover?
It's a clover with golden leaves that grows on the sides of roads.
Olympians consider it a good luck charm. I've heard they once grew along Rasal High Road.
Then this should be a piece of cake. You got yourself a bet, buddy.
So betting is a hallowed Olympian tradition? I'm a little intrigued myself.
Okay, let's go check out Rusal High Road.
Hey, wait a minute. It's been ages since a light leaf clover was seen on the high road, and some say they might be extinct.
Alfred, are you really going to waste my magnanimity?
This is why I hate gambling.
Is this a light leaf clover?
Yeah, that's it. Damn it, Balan told me these things were extinct.
Extinct? You thought they were extinct and let us bet anyway?
No, well, yeah, basically.
Well, all's well that ends well. It's a miracle.
We've traveled to an entirely different world, and this is what qualifies as a miracle to you?
Damn, I thought we got them all, but it looks like we missed one. You there, hand over that clover if you know what's good for you.
Huh? Who the heck are you? We found this fair and square.
If anyone else finds a clover, we lose our bet. If you won't hand it over, we'll take it by force.
I can do this!
All that training's paying off.
Why would they just attack us like that? And what did they mean about a bet?
Wait a minute.
Do you know something?
Best not to talk out here. Let's go back to Balan's.
Yes! Now we get to hear an embarrassing story about Alvin.
This is why I hate gambling.
Holy, I can't believe you actually found a light leaf clover. If we'd have bet money, you'd have made a killing.
All right, make with the embarrassing stories.
Oh well, a bet's a bet.
Which one are you going to tell them?
Let's make it the one about this very clover. When Alvin was 5 years old, he wanted to do something for Aunt for his mother's birthday. He came up with the idea of giving her a crown made entirely out of light leaf clovers.
Sounds like that could be difficult.
Right, even back then they were quite hard to find. So little Alvin thought long and hard about what to do. After a lot of thought, he came up with the idea of painting regular clovers the color of light leaf clovers.
That's brilliant!
Is it? He gave it to Leticia before the paint was dry, and she ended up getting it all over her hair. Alvin was even more surprised at this than Leticia was, and he started bawling his eyes out. Out of habit, he buried his face in her hair as he tried to apologize, and ended up getting paint all over his face too. The end.
That's so cute!
That was a wonderful story.
You really loved your mother, didn't you, Alvin?
I'll get you for this, Balan.
Talking about Leticia has put me in the mood for one of her peach pies. They were absolute perfection. I'd give anything for one more bite, but unfortunately, it's not to be.
Balan, you hang on to those memories. She may never have made it back to Olympias, but at least we can keep her memory alive.
Even if you asked me to, I could never forget about her, or about you, naturally.
I'm glad I made it back.
It's difficult to believe this whole area used to be a dry wasteland.
We were taught a great tsunami did this 20 years ago. It was right when the former king of Azul was leading his army into battle against Rashagal. Wait, Rowan, you were a tactician in that battle, weren't you?
Yes, I was. It's hard to believe it's already been so long. This is the place where Princess Carrie died.
Noctigal's sister.
Even he wouldn't dare to defy her. If she was still alive, Rashagal's history would have turned out quite a bit differently.
She must have been a fearsome woman if she could keep Noctigal in check.
Quite the opposite. She was a gentle, easygoing soul. Noctigal was always at his kindest around her, but her gentle demeanor masked an indomitable spirit. The meek had no greater ally than her. She even chose to accompany the army as a medic, so that she could save as many lives as possible.
A princess working as a medic? She must have been one hell of a woman.
Unfortunately, her story did not end happily. Their brothers feared Noctigal would distinguish himself by leading Rashagal to victory, so instead, they revoked his authority to lead the army just before the battle began. In his place, they sent an incompetent buffoon of a general, who squandered every advantage Rashagal had.
Why would they do that?
They must have feared Noctigal more than their own enemies. Just as Rashagal was facing defeat, the tsunami came and forced the remnants of both armies to retreat. But Princess Carrie's unit was among the unlucky ones that were caught in the wave. It was a grave error on my part. Amidst the confusion, I didn't notice that her unit was in the path of danger. If I had given her unit clearer orders, Carrie would still be alive.
Wait a minute. Were you two together?
We were worlds apart in both age and class, but we had pledged our futures to each other. Nocturgal was the only one who approved of our union, but that's an old story, and one perhaps best forgotten.
Excuse me, have you seen an elderly woman around here? I was out shopping with my mother, but we got separated. Her hair and eyes look just like mine.
Unfortunately, we don't know this city very well.
There you are, Lem. What are you doing here? What sort of child is still getting lost when she's 18 years old?
Me? You're the one who got lost. Did you forget where we were supposed to meet?
Oh, did I?
Honestly, I don't know how you keep a nursing job when you can't even stick to a simple schedule.
It's nice to see that Olympians are as human as we are.
No kidding.
Carrie? Carrie, it's you. You're alive.
Wait, Nocturgal's sister?
Oh, yes, my name is Carrie. But I'm afraid I don't know who you are.
You don't?
I'm sorry. I can't remember anything from my childhood. When I washed up on a beach here 20 years ago, all I could remember was my name.
Wait, do you know who my mother used to be?
No. I merely met her once before, when I was working with her husband.
Oh, are you in the military too?
Forgive me for not recognizing you. You meet so many people as a soldier's wife.
No apologies necessary. It was a long time ago. May I ask where your husband is?
He's away on an expedition right now. I haven't heard from him in a long time, but I'm not worried. Ever since he found me 20 years ago, Julius has never broken a promise he's made to me.
Mom, could you stop gushing to complete strangers?
Okay. But it is true, you know.
Come on, we need to get going. Nice meeting you all.
Hey.
When the schism was breached 20 years ago, the tsunami must have brought Carrie all the way here to Olympias.
Aren't you going to go after her?
I don't know what I would say to her after all these years. I don't even know how to feel about this.
Exactly the people I was hoping to see. We just captured one of the soldiers from that airship. Wow! How'd you pull that off? Actually, he seems like a pretty strange guy. He actually turned himself in. He said he'd like to speak to Rowan. His name is Julius. Do you know him?
Lady Dressel, would it be possible to see him now?
You must be Rowan.
At your service. And you must be Carrie's husband, Julius.
I should have known the conductor would already know the score.
You give me too much credit. Carrie and I merely met by chance in Olympias once. My question is, how do you know about me?
Carrie had a ring with your name engraved on it when I met her. When I saw her using calculatrix without Aspyrixis, I knew she had to be from the other world. I volunteered for the Otherworld Reactor Plan expedition, so I could learn more about her past.
Why would you risk so much? You already know she loves you.
Because I hid the ring from her, the one with your name on it. I didn't want her to have anything that would remind her of her past. I'm a coward who took advantage of her amnesia in order to steal her heart.
I saw for myself how deeply Carrie loves and trusts you. It was clear from the way she smiled. Even 20 years ago, I'm not sure I could have ever done anything to make her smile like that. Julius, you must make it back to Olympias alive. Your wife and daughter are waiting for you. Your only sin is abandoning the people who love you.
But there isn't any way for me to get back.
Not to worry. We will escort you home ourselves. In fact, I insist upon it. However,
there's no telling how long the dimensional breach will last. We should hurry.
Thank you.
Rowan, it's been an honor to meet you.
The honor is all mine. So Julius made it back to his family safely?
Yeah. Carrie was overjoyed to see him.
You should have gone with them.
Oh no, that simply wasn't possible. The way my back has been acting up.
Well, that won't do. You must take better care of yourself.
That voice. Carrie.
I just had to come and thank you all in person. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for you and your friends, we might never have seen Julius again. Rowan, how have you been?
My beard's a bit longer, but other than that, not much has changed. And yourself?
Apart from a few more wrinkles, nothing.
Those aren't wrinkles. Those are laugh lines. You seem very happy.
I am. You do too.
Oh, yes. Spending time with so many young folk makes me feel a few decades younger myself.
That's wonderful. But do take care of yourself.
I will. Thank you.
Rowan,
Are you sure about this?
please cheer up.
How could I possibly think myself unlucky in love when I have 3 lovely ladies looking after me? Now then, let us be off.
I hope I grow up to be someone like you, Rowan.
Then you'll need another 50 years of training. It's not as easy as it looks.
Lady Drissel, how much longer until the roads are reopened? At this rate, we won't be able to stay in business much longer.
Please, everyone calm down. The guards have been shaken by all the instability. They've retreated to Fort Gandala and put it on lockdown. I've been trying to reach the military headquarters, but I haven't been able to establish contact yet.
We don't have time to wait. Our losses are already catastrophic. If we don't do something soon, Sherrilton will be doomed.
I'll do something. I promise.
If only Lord Klein were still here.
Stop bullying Drissel! Ellie, Rowan, you're all here.
We couldn't help it over here. Perhaps we can be of some assistance.
No, this is something I need to handle myself. It's my duty as Klein's successor.
Your determination is laudable, but you are slightly mistaken.
Not you too! I know I'm not capable enough, but I still have to try.
We know you're doing your best, milady. We do.
However, this isn't just about business anymore. With the roads shut down, there are people who are struggling merely to survive.
Then it seems our only option is to invade Fort Gandala.
But what about the golems that protect it? I thought they were invincible.
Yes. Within the right spirit climb, a golem's defense power is absolute. However,
In the wrong spirit climb, their defensive power would be diminished.
correct. And we now know of a way to change a spirit climb ourselves.
So if we use a booster like they did at Fezabel Marsh,
we stand a real chance at victory.
So if we just need a booster, why not use the same one we used at Fezabel Marsh?
I'm afraid it was swept away by the marsh flow.
What about Tipo?
Tipo is a special type. I'm afraid we couldn't use him for this.
we'll need to find a different booster.
I'm so sorry to have failed you. Wait, Mila, remember when they captured Tipo at Fort Gandala?
That's right. Noctical was conducting booster experiments right there at the fort. There should be plenty of boosters within its confinements.
And if we can get our hands on one, we can take out the golems.
So the key that we need to break into the fort is hidden within the fort itself. Oh dear. We certainly have our work cut out for us.
We'll be going there anyway. This way we kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
But I can't expose you all to danger, just for the sake of my city.
You're mistaken again. Your determination should be used precisely for that purpose.
Lady Drissel, each of us has our own role to play. For a governor, it's showing your people the right path, and taking responsibility for those who walk it.
You're right.
Now, Lady Drissel of House Cheryl, we await your order.
Very well. As the new governor, I hereby ask you to retake Fort Gandala, for the good of Cherylton.
Yes, milady.
Leave it to us!
Why would they have guards out if the golems are functional?
No one is able to feel fully secure once fear has overtaken them. This should work to our advantage. Perhaps we can convince them to tell us where the boosters are kept.
Devious!
Do this right and we'll be done in a flash.
You won't deactivate the golems this way, you know.
Who said anything about deactivation?
We're going to destroy them!
You're kidding, right?
Jokes were never my strong suit. Would you be so kind as to tell us where the boosters are kept?
They should be in Control Room 02.
Do we know where that is?
It's a spare control room located opposite from the one we visited earlier.
Got it. Let's go.
Here we go. Boosters.
Ah, this is indeed the same type of booster that was used at Fezabel Marsh. If we can use this to change the spirit climb, the golem's defensive power should plummet.
Kind of like a golem inhibitor.
Hey, a golem inhibitor!
Do you even know what that means?
Not a clue.
So how do we use it?
Leave that to me.
Very well. Then let's crush some golems.
2 golems, dead ahead.
And 2 more behind us!
4 golems at once. Truly a rock and a hard place.
No, it's 4 birds with 1 stone. They've saved us the trouble of hunting them down.
It's impossible to get discouraged with Mila around.
Agreed.
We're much stronger than we were before. Let's do this!
You said it. Rowan.
On it. Activating the golem inhibitor.
Guys, it's looking mighty tough.
It's Rossadol's ultimate defense weapon. It's not something we'd normally stand a chance against.
But we might stand a chance now.
Keyword, might. We ran away from it once, but not now.
Right. Payback time. Ground fighter, it's over. Tornado drive. Strike one. Finish it right.
I'll stop them in their tracks.
The guard's out.
Demonic chaos! Rising focus! Roller dance! Roller dance! Savage roar! Dragon! Shot! No fight, no break. Take this! Rising Falcon! Ready? Fly! Diving Falcon! Dragon! Not yet. Variable triggered! It's over! Ready?
Got it.
Inferno dance! Now, Dragon! Shot!
Not good. Wake up already.
Slower dance! One!
Got it.
Inferno dance! Slower dance! Slower dance! Slower dance! Slower dance! Slower dance!
No break.
Take this!
Wake up already. Finish them off.
Going! One! Take this! Here! Force impact! Moonlight Clutch! Area of fire! Final kill! Let's go! Ruination Fang!
Ready when you are.
One! Got it. Inferno Dance! Dragon! Roll it! Wheels of the mighty power through the wicked. Close shot! Cross cleave! Dragon! Shot! Wheels of the mighty power through the wicked. Roll it! Dragon! Shot! Ready?
Got it.
Inferno Dance! Rolling!
Stay on guard. Wake up already.
That's one! Ruination Fang! Rising Falcon! Now! Feet! Let's go! Roger. Here! Rise impact!
I shall provide support.
Now! Quite formidable. You did it! Let's go! Here! Rise impact! Area fire! Tornado wave! Guardian field! Ground breaker! Open knuckle! Chicken blast!
It was an elegant combination of arts and swordsmanship.
I didn't do anything particularly special.
That makes it all the more impressive.
I thought the golems were invincible. How did this happen?
Rashigal is done for. Is that all you have to say after holding yourselves up here without permission? You should be ashamed.
We were doing it for our country. Rashigal's military assets must be protected.
Do you truly believe that abandoning the citizens you serve strengthens your country?
Well...
Wait. Are you Chief of Staff Hilbert?
No, but I used to be. You all are the military of today. And as such, it is your duty to figure out what needs to be done.
Understood. The Fort Gandala guards will reopen the fort immediately. We will resume patrolling the high roads and protecting civilian activities.
That takes care of that.
That should be a load off Tricell's shoulders.
Thank goodness you all made it back. Is anyone hurt?
We're fine, my lady.
As you can see, we couldn't be healthier.
kick 10 tons of golem butt!
Oh, I'm so relieved. You were worried about us?
Of course. I don't know what I would have done if you had gotten hurt on my behalf.
Facing that pain is one of the gravest duties of leadership.
It sure isn't easy.
No, it is not. But as long as you feel pain at the suffering of your people, they will always be there to support you.
I'll do my best. Just as Klein did.
It might be difficult, but we know you can do it.
I'm sorry I can't give you the rewards you deserve. Wait, I know. I'll brew up some of my finest tea. Come, let's have a tea party.
I couldn't ask for a finer reward.
Throw in some of those little cakes and you've got a deal.